There it is. The ink's barely dry, and Miami's dug deep to lock in Zach Sealer with a 3-year extension that pushes the ceiling to $67.75 million, including $44 million guaranteed. That official pact, signed on August 3, 2025, now crowns him as the highest-paid defensive player on the Dolphins. What this really means? It's simple. Miami doubled down on its engine. Sealer is more than stats. He's the heartbeat. Back-to-back seasons with 10 sacks, plus leadership in the trenches. He's earned every penny. Think about the timing. The Broncos agreed to Zach Allen's huge deal a day earlier. Denver set the bar at around $25 million per year, but Miami's deal averages out at about $22.5 million annually. Still massive, but smart in comparison. It's a balance of reward and value. Sealer's journey is wild. Originally a 7th-round pick by Baltimore in 2018, he was waived the next year, and then Miami scooped him up. Since then, he's blasted past expectations and become a starter for 3 straight seasons. We're talking 30 sacks over his Dolphins career, dozens of tackles for loss, QB hits, you name it. In 2023 to 24 alone, 118 tackles combined, including 2 interceptions and multiple forced fumbles. His production has outpaced his pay, until now. Here's the kicker. Even while contract talks dragged on, Sealer stayed fully engaged. He skipped some voluntary OTAs, sure, but walked straight into minicamp and training camp. He didn't boycott. That's character. Team captain vibes, standing tall while others negotiate from the sideline. He talked openly. God has blessed me with amazing seasons. What I really care about is getting out there on the field with the guys, building camaraderie and leadership, playing next to KG. JP. Chub, chop. He kept it real. Family talk, faith talk, squad talk. That's why it wasn't outlandish when his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, pushed hard. Not crazy demands, just merited respect and financial security for a player clearly outperforming his contract. On the flip side, think about the Dolphins. Player exits, departures, drama. They've lost big names in recent years. Now slipping from a roster once ranked top 10 in the league to ESPN, slotting them 24th this summer. Losing your core can sink you fast. So what if Sealer walked? He came in as a waiver claim, like Christian Wilkins, Brandon Jones, Javon Holland, and then blossomed into the team's MVP last season. They couldn't afford to let another developed star slip away. The extension pushes his contract out to 2029. He had 2 more years left on his prior deal. Now it's locked in long-term through his prime years. And the deal itself? It's structured smart. $44 million guaranteed is massive. His 2025 cap number was going to be $12.4 million on a $7.3 million base. Now, with this restructuring, that figure will drop once spreads and bonuses kick in. Beyond dollars, this is about momentum. Miami overhauled the defensive line in the offseason, selecting Kenneth Grant in round 1 and Jalen Phillips in round 5 of the 2025 draft, plus acquiring Minkah Fitzpatrick via trade. Yet Sealer remains the anchor. His new payment says that loud and clear. His age. He turns 30 in September 2025, just after week 1. Some might say 30 is the downhill slope, but Sealer's game isn't about pure athleticism. It's technique, smarts, leverage. That ages well. He's expected to keep delivering through the length of this deal. Let's dig into the emotional side. This isn't boardroom talk, it's human. Sealer talked prayer, marriage, family. He said, I've prayed about it a bunch, talked to my wife, talked to my family. At the end of the day, I'm going to be me. That path authenticity resonated. That's what fans and teammates see. Not a diva, but a grounded grinder. That sincerity fed into leadership. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel said Sealer defines himself through consistent actions. He's seen as a prototype teammate who shows up, sets tone, leads by example. That's not replaceable by rookies or draft picks. Let's pause. Miami's defense in 2024 was transformed. They climbed into the top 10 in points allowed and top 4 in yards allowed, despite facing elite offenses week in, week out. Yeah, struggles showed up in big games, but overall, it was zenith improvement, and Sealer was central to that growth. So what happens next? Pressure mounts. Now he's the top earner on defense. Expectations skyrocket. He'll need to continue producing at an elite level, rally new players, play big against AFC East rivals and playoff contenders. This deal also sets precedent. Other Dolphins defenders, existing and future, will see this as benchmark. Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, and Tua still have guaranteed tops. Sieler is fourth in guaranteed money behind those three, but he leads the charge in defensive pay. Could that shape future negotiations for Christian Wilkins, Brandon Jones, or rookies like Grant? Absolutely. And there's redemption in that too. It's not just his contract. It's validation. It means the team realizes what he means, internally and externally, to this rebuild, especially as Miami battles its way back into playoff contention. Let's not drift into cliches. There's no neat formula here. This is messy business, trust, timing, faith, pressure, leverage. But Miami found the middle ground. They didn't cave to hyperinflated market, but they didn't lowball him either. Sieler got his payday, and they kept the foundation intact. Now the real drama begins. How will Sieler and the Fins perform? Will injuries strike? Will scheme changes impact his role? Will the draft pick step up? Miami fans know how quick momentum shifts in the NFL. One bad offseason or injury spiral can derail everything. But for now, there's relief. A standout, level-headed leader signed. A symbol of culture the team wants to build. A statement. We reward performance. We value loyalty and growth. That matters. So, questions to ruminate. Can Sieler elevate the guys around him like Grant and Phillips? Can this defense push from good to elite? Will the price tag pay off in the locker room and on game day? And will Miami keep that ethos alive with other homegrown standouts? That tension, it's electric. This isn't a resume bullet. It's part of an evolving narrative. And as the season edges closer, every rep, every sack, every forced fumble will carry that weight. Bottom line, Miami got its signal. Sieler got his acknowledgement. Now the field is set, and the next chapters hinge on performance.